Welcome, my friends, to Pretend I'm Dumb About Star Wars, Episode 8, The Last Jedi. Although because of Rogue One, this is actually the 9th episode of Pretend I'm Dumb About Star Wars. This is the series where I, Tom Merritt, hello, have decided that I would watch all the Star Wars in order, in episodic order. I'm not trying to recommend that order, by the way, but I just was pretending like I don't know anything about Star Wars. I'll obviously start with episode 1. So I watched 1 through 7 in order. And of course, I had to wait 2 years for episode 8. We got this weird Rogue One thing, so I did one about that. So we're back. And again, the conceit is that I know nothing about Star Wars. And in fact, the further conceit for episode 8, The Last Jedi, is that they waited 2 years between episodes. So I've forgotten a lot of what happened before. I remember some of it, but not all of it. So nevertheless, let us begin with episode 8, The Last Jedi. We start with the thing that tells you stuff at the beginning. I remember that from all the other episodes. Man, it's been a long time since I saw the last episode. So apparently the bad guys won. I don't remember that from episode 7, but Leia is leading. Not winning, apparently, but she's leading. We get a new planet. Always like the planets. Always cool. But I don't remember any of these people. Maybe the girl looks familiar. I can't tell. And then we're back up. We're moving quick here. We're up to the bad guy ship. And the redhead guy. The redhead survived. Okay. He's the general guy. And in comes this badass spiky ship. I definitely don't remember anything like that. So they are all toast down on the ground, I'm pretty sure. Then, of course, some familiar faces, Ball Droid and Flyboy, show up. They start talking to Leia. And here we go. So Flyboy gets on the phone. And it literally starts acting like he's on a phone. And they tell Redhead, I think he's tooling with you. I don't know what tooling means. That must be a space word for trolling. Anyway, not sure why he had to stall just so he could get really fast and then be over the spiky ship and start shooting things. Feel like maybe he could have just flown up there. I don't know. Anyway, battle scene. Not going to complain. Love the fight. Not sure why the bad guys waited to send their fighters out at all, but okay. Then we get some tension because Ball Droid has to fix the spaceship for Flyboy, and they just barely get away. Ball Droid to the rescue. Good job, Ball Droid. Not sure why they all didn't leave then. Leia kind of says we all have to leave, and then Flyboy is like, no, we shouldn't. And then everybody just follows him instead of her. That was weird. Okay, but more battle. I'm good. The cannon should be able to just blow them out of the water, but apparently needs to recharge. That seems like a design flaw. Also seems like a bad design to have a remote control for the bombs that can get dropped and not be accessible if your bomb person passes out or dies. Also not sure how the bombs fall. They have little thrusters in them because it's space. Anyway, dead bomb girl. But the bombing happens. And finally they get away. All right. I love that Snoke surprises Red with a big holographic head. Red is definitely in trouble. I'm not sure what he meant about we have them on a string, though. That seemed weird to me. Okay. Excuse me. Thin guy is awake. I remember this guy. Thin guy. He's awake. I'm like, okay, where's Rey? He asks, where's Rey? Although I think his suit needs some safety valves because it shouldn't leak like that. He asks, where's Rey? And boom, there we go. We're off to see Rey. We get this great moment, which I remember from the last episode at the end. She holds the laser sword out to him. And now he takes it and just chucks it. He doesn't care. Weird. All right, we got some cool beehives. A little chicken almost die, but Rey finds the sword thanks to the little chicken nesting around it. Luke's ship is apparently drowned, so he's not going anywhere. But Chewie is there, and he gets through to Luke, right? So now we're all going to head off together. Good old Luke and Chewie and Rey. But we go to Snoke. Snoke seems smaller now that he's in person, but he's still pretty tall. He is real mad at Kylo Solo for letting everybody get away. Kylo Solo has a temper, by the way. So buy helmet He's not going to be using that helmet. Now we come back to Luke, who calls it a laser sword. So now I'm confused. Like, that's right. It's called a laser sword. Got it. Okay. Luke's a grumpy old Luke now. And also kind of gross in where he gets his milk from. He can still swing across stuff, though, and man, can he fish. Nice fish. But Rey's just kind of following him around like a little kitty, and then she's like, hears whispers. Rey often hears voices. I think I remember. She crazy. All right, so she goes to a place that kind of looks like the old swamp planet from one of the other episodes, with a spooky tree and a very tiny library. Not very many books in the Jedi library. Finally, Luke gets interested in her. He's been ignoring her this whole time. Makes a joke about Jakku being nowhere. That was kind of funny. And says he can't teach her. I don't understand why he can't teach her. But she's right. He's not doing anything. My thing is, Luke seems clinically depressed. I mean, really, Rey should probably call a psychologist. All right. So back to Leia. Bumpy ride. She needs a new ship. And she's mad at Flyboy for disobeying. I still don't understand why everybody else obeyed Flyboy, but she's taking it out on him. Oh, and Leia and Rey have a little thingy where they can track each other. And immediately, crap, all of the bad guy ships show up. That sucks. They got found. And one of those big ships is apparently Snoke's ship. So this is not good. So off to fight again, Flyboy. Here we go. All right. So this time, Kylo Solo is not going to let them down. He's going to blow up his mom, but he can't do it. So maybe he is not so bad after all. What I don't understand is why there are no shields, because the other people do fire, even though Kylo Solo can't. And it was nice to see the Squid Admiral, but now he's gone. And Leia is gone. She's dead. She's floating out in space. We see her freeze. And then suddenly they have shields that are keeping the other shots off. So I'm not sure why the bridge wasn't shielded. But anyway, frozen Leia, totally dead until she floats. She puts her hand out, opens her eye. She's like force flying. She can fly. Why didn't she do that before? This would have come in handy in several other situations. And then as soon as she lands, she's unconscious. So I guess the force is pretty fickle. So she drops that thingy that connected her to Rey, but Finn picked it up. Okay. Back to Rey, sleeping out in the cold, poor thing. And then we cut to Chewie, feeling guilty about eating the chickens. Didn't show him not eating it. I'm just saying. Luke shows up and walks onto the junk ship. Hasn't been on the junk ship a couple episodes at least, right? Kind of feels like old times. And then he sees R2. Nice reunion. R2 plays some classic hits of Leia. Luke is like, all right, I guess that got through to me. I'm going to soften up and I'm going to teach Rey, but I'm still going to be grumpy. All right. So there's another ball droid on Leia's ship, by the way. I don't know if anybody noticed that. And because Leia's passed out, Purple Dress Lady is taken over. And there's only 400 of the Resistance people left. And when Flyboy comes and starts complaining to Purple Dress Lady, she remembers, oh, wait, didn't Leia demote you for disobeying orders? She doesn't take any guff. So Finn decides, you know what? I'm going to sneak off and find Rey. And then this girl is crying. I don't know who she is, but she's crying. And she has the necklace that the girl who died out fighting in the opening scenes had. So I guess it's a different girl, but I'm not sure why she has the necklace, but she's way fangirling over Finn. Then she stops fangirling because she thinks he's running away and she is not playing around. So she zaps him. I'm like, Finn, tell her about Rey. She'll understand. Then we figure out, oh, her sister was the one with the necklace. So it's like two halves, I guess. Got it. Finally, Finn tells her about Rey, and the zappy girl isn't having it. She's like, no, you were trying to run away. I don't care. Too late. But then they start talking about tracking and hyperspace, and they're totally simpatico. And I don't understand how this happened, but suddenly they're teamed up. And I also don't understand why The bad guys aren't tracking from anything but one ship, but apparently they're only tracking from one ship. So Zappy Girl decides to team up with Finn. She covers for him when they tell their plan to Flyboy. And they're doing this all while Leia is like passed out sick. They're doing it in the sick room, which I guess that gives them some privacy, but doesn't she need quiet? All right. So they call up the old lady from the last episode with the big glasses. And she says, oh, you got to find the code guy. Sorry, I'm busy shooting people. Rey, we're moving so fast in this thing. We're back to Rey, sleeping on hard surfaces that can't be comfortable. And then suddenly she and Kylo Solo see each other. They like kind of see each other, but they're not in the same place, but they see each other. That was weird. They're communicating through the Force. It's like Force timing. They're Force timing each other. But Luke interrupts the call. Oops. Let me get these weird frog nuns. Not sure where the frog nuns came from, but Rey shot a hole in the side of a house and they're mad at her and she blames it on her blaster. And then everybody goes walking again. They do a lot of walking on this island. Rey comes and tries to convince Luke one last time to help them. I'll be honest, she does not sound convincing. But Luke begins training Rey again. So here we go. Rey sees the Force now. Cool. Oh, wait. No, that was Luke messing with her. Okay, then she really sees the Force. And dark stuff. Whoa. She got dark powers, this girl. I had no idea. She's cracking the ground. Is Rey evil? I'm starting to think Rey may be evil. She's scaring Luke. We all know Luke's good. So she's evil, just like Kylo Solo. All right. Back to Finn and Zappy sneaking off to find the coder. Which makes me wonder, if they can leave the ship, couldn't everybody just leave the ship? Wouldn't that be what everybody should do? If they're like under threat and they're going to run out of fuel, just everybody leave the ship. All right. Anyway, back to the junk ship. There's birdies all over it. There's more Force timing. I can't tell if Rey is evil. Kylo Solo says he's a monster and he feels bad. So maybe he's getting good and she's getting bad. Then the call ends, but he got wet from the call. You can send water through Force time. That's amazing. All right. Back to the fancy people in the casino. Nice boat. We've got a casino planet. Finn loves it. Zappy Girl doesn't. Oh, Ball Droid's with them. And Ball Droid's like, I'm going to be a slot machine. Haha, I'm going to collect all these coins. And then there's an explosion, but apparently it's from horses. And I don't understand how that happened, but Zappy likes horses, so that's cool, except then she's kind of a bummer. She's like, ooh, horse is cool, but hey, they're really mean to the horses, and they're really mean to the kids. Look. So she's really a downer, kind of up and down. These are all weapons dealers, we find out. But Ball Droid finds the code guy, finally, so we can get out of here. Uh-oh, they get captured because some guy didn't like where they parked. And they throw Ball Droid out of the casino, but that's good because he's not captured. All right, that was a mistake. Back to Rey. She's out practicing her sword fighting. Too strong for her own good, and chops off a rock that lands on the frog nuns. You know, it makes me think the Jedi are sucky trainers. Like Kenobi just couldn't complete training anybody that didn't turn bad. Yoda didn't finish Luke's training. Luke says that Kai Solo destroyed the training temple. Like, they just aren't good at it. Anyway, so apparently it's Kylo's fault that Luke's whole training facility went away in the past. And Luke's grumpy because he failed. Okay. But smart Rey is like, no. You didn't fail. Kylo failed you. All right. Back to the never-ending ship chase. Starting to drag. They blow up one of the ships. I'm not sure why the guy on the ship that was about to get blown up didn't leave. Didn't seem like you'd need someone to pilot it if it's about to get blown up anyway. But he gets blown up. But that's all we need there. Back to the prison where Finn and Zappy meet a guy that they probably shouldn't trust because he's like a con man. Says he can get into old man Snoke's boudoir. Don't ever trust anybody that talks like that. But then he does this thing with a little card that he was using to pick his teeth. So maybe he actually is a code breaker. We find out that Ball Droid took out the guards. So Ball Droid and the thief guy take off. Nice. And Finn and Zappy go to the stables where they meet the cute kids that were being abused earlier. And the kids apparently know what the resistance is because Zappy shows off her ring. Then they get on the horses that the kids let them take and they ride through the casino. I probably would have just ridden down straight to the beach, but they ride through the casino. So we get a long chase scene. Finn has some bad luck when it comes to ships, because right as he's about to get the ship again, just like last episode 2 years ago, boom, ship explode. So then they get chased and chased and chased. Baldroid has a ship, shows up and saves them, and Thief Guy is there too. So bye, horses. Now we're back to Luke, who's meditating, and then he gets in touch with Leia. And I'm like, oh, he's going to wake her up. This is going to save the day. Except nothing happens. All right, more Force time between Kylo and Rey. He's got his shirt off, so he's definitely doing something here. He's up to something. Kylo tries to say he knows all about Rey. Kylo says that Luke tried to kill him. He's like, no, Luke's telling you a story. Kylo says all this stuff about letting the past die, kill it if you have to. I think he wants her to kill Luke. So Rey evil, Rey getting pulled to the dark side. Kylo says to kill Luke. So she goes to the dark side sea hole, and she goes down the sea hole, and she says, I want to see my mom and dad. And then the mirror shows her herself, which is trippy and weird, and I'm not sure what that means. But man, she is chatting with Kylo a lot. They've got a long distance relationship at this point, and they do a little finger Force touch. Aw, they are crushing on each other. I'll tell you who does not approve. Uncle Luke. He comes in and blows the top off. Like, he doesn't just blow his top. He blows the top off the house that she was Force timing in. And then they fight. So Rey is evil. Boom, boom, boom. Fight, fight, fight. Unfair fight because she pulls a sword. He's only got a pole. And then she gets him to tell the story. Luke says, yeah, I was afraid of Kylo. And so I pulled the sword on him, like he said, but I didn't mean it. And I was ashamed. And Kylo was a frightened boy. And Rey's like, I think I can change him. He's going to be good for me. He hasn't made his choice yet. When you gave up on him too soon. And then Luke's like, you can't do this. He's not going to be good. And she's like, well, then take the sword like I gave you before. Don't throw it away this time. But he doesn't take the sword. So she leaves. Called his bluff. And then guess who shows up? This guy, Yoda. Luke's going to go burn down the tree. He's so mad. And dead Yoda is like, you can't do it. And he can't. So dead Yoda summons lightning, because apparently dead people can summon lightning. And Yoda says, Rey has everything she needs. Don't you worry. Dead Yoda, I'm going to hit you on the head. Apparently he can hit people on the head. And says Rey is not lost. And that what Luke needed to pass on was his failure. That Yoda, man. Dead or not. Smart words. We are what they grow beyond, he says. All right. Back to the ship where the Thief and Zappy and Finn are talking. Thief wants a deposit, so he gets Zappy to give her his sister's necklace, which Finn is not okay with. But Zappy's like, you know what? I'm not kidding around here. Fine. You want the necklace? Take the necklace. We need this. So they find out, of course, it's not the Thief's ship. It's a weapons dealer's ship that the Thief stole with Baldroid. And the weapons dealers dealt weapons to the good guys and the bad guys. All right. Flyboy's mad at Purple Dress Woman, because he's like, what's the plan here? We've just been like being chased forever, and we're going to get blown up because we're going to run out of fuel. And he's like, you're going to run, aren't you? And he gets really mad at her, but she gets kind of mad at him too. And then Rey is on the junk ship with Chewie, but not for long, because she's like, I'm leaving. I'm going to go find my new boyfriend. See you later. So she goes off solo to find Kylo solo. Now we're back to the Thief and Zappy and Finn. And the Thief says, blip, bloppity, blarp. We slice right through. We can land on Snoke's ship without anybody knowing. Officer notices something. He should have reported that blip. That was bad. Then they get a really bad disguise for Baldroid where he can't see. Like, he's definitely going to call attention to himself. In fact, evil Baldroid sees him and knows something is up. Then there's an awkward elevator ride between Kylo and Rey. And they're just like, oh, hey, it's all different when we're not Force timing. We're in the same elevator together. That's weird. They each thought the other would turn, kind of a, romantic comedy moment. And then Kylo says, I know your parents now. How does he know? He doesn't know that. All right. So then they show up in the red room where all these guys are standing around Snoke. Snoke is just hanging out. And then we cut away. A lot of cutaways. All right. Really bad Baldroid disguise. He keeps running into stuff. And it turns out Thief just needed Zappy's necklace to short something out, and he gives it back. He's nice. Now we go back to Flyboy seizing control of the ship from Purple Lady, who is mad. We got a little civil war going. Back to Thief, who got him in. Go Zappy, your turn to turn off the tracker, and then everybody can get away. Woo, plan's going to work. No, evil ball droid got to them. The good guys are toast. They failed. And guess who's there? Oh, it's Metalhead. Forgot about her, didn't you? Yeah, she just shows up. It's like, boom. I remember you, Finn. Except Finn's in this outfit now. Well, I remember you, Finn. This is over. All right, so Flyboy's like, crap, they failed. This is not going to work. What now? And then someone shoots into the bridge. This reminded me of one of the early episodes when Vader comes in through the smoke, except this time it's Leia coming in through the smoke. And she shoots Flyboy. Boom. I mean, I knew she didn't kill him. It was just a stun. But Purple Lady turns out likes Flyboy. She was just messing with him. Purple Lady and Leia seem like good friends. And they all get in the shuttles because apparently the shuttles are shielded. I don't know. Anyway, back to Snoke, surrounded by his red friends. And he's like, I thought Luke would come, but whatever. I'm going to levitate you, Rey. Damn. Snoke says, I'm the one that caused you to force time. I put thoughts in your head. If he can do that, why doesn't he just make everybody do what he wants? But he still wants Luke. He's like, Luke wasn't who I thought. It was you. Oh, but I still want Luke. You're going to get me Luke, and then I'm going to kill you. And she's like, well, why would I do that if you're going to kill me? I don't know. Back to Flyboy, who's like, wait, this was the plan all along, to get in these ships that can go faster and get away to that planet, and they can't see us because we're shielded? Why didn't you just tell me that? I'm curious why they didn't tell him that. All right, back to Finn and Zappy, who are toast. Metalhead is basically executing them. Like, you guys are going down. We're going to cut your heads off. Because they were double-crossed by the thief, too. He got away with money. He sold them out. And now they start shooting the transports because he told them, like, oh, you got to look for these little transports. That's how you get rid of them. And now Rey is toast because Snoke is like got her levitating and choking her, and Kylo is not helping, and the fleet is toast, and Finn and Zappy are toast. Everybody's toast. It is a total failure. All right, so Rey isn't giving up, though. She tries to steal the sword, but Snoke's too clever. He makes it wrap around and even hits her in the head as an insult. And then he's like, Kylo Solo, kill Rey. So you think, okay, here it comes. Kylo's going to chop her head off. This is not going to be good. But no, he turned. He kills Snoke instead. Kylo is on Rey's team after all. She was right. Go, go, go. Amazing. Back to back. So they fight the red people. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so she can save Zappy and Finn. We get the epic sword fight with Kylo and Rey teaming up. These guys, one of these guys had a laser whip that was pretty cool, but they all get killed. Rey's assist for the last kill is amazing. She like shoots the lightsaber. It was Anakin's old lightsaber, all the way over to Kylo, who like pops the guy through the head with it. Incredible. Now they can team up and save everybody, except Kylo's saying some stuff, and you're like, wait a minute, that's not good guy stuff. He talks about New Order, and he's not talking about the band. Crap. He didn't turn after all. He just wanted to take over from Snoke, and he used Rey. And now he starts nagging on her, tell her, you got no place in this story, girl, but you're important to me. And by the way, I know who your parents are. They were nobodies. Like, he's breaking her down. But we don't know what she falls for it, because now we go back to the ship. Purple Lady has decided to stay on the ship while everybody else goes in the transport. She's sacrificing herself, and she got a new plan. And then we go back to Rey and Kylo, and it looks like Rey's going to turn. But no, Purple Lady's going to go kamikaze. This could save Rey. It could save Finn and Zappy. It could also kill everyone. But she's going to go light speed through Snoke's ship. Okay, then Finn and Rey are like force fighting over the lightsaber. And like any two kids who won't give up, they break the toy. And then Purple Lady blasts through Snoke's ship, destroying it. Silence. Except for the people going, wow. And then we know that Finn and Zappy are saved just in the nick of time. Goodbye, Purple Lady. We barely knew you. Ball Droid comes in and saves the day with Finn and Zappy. But then Metalhead shows up and starts fighting Finn. Boom, boom, boom. She's just using a pole. She's badass. Poles seem to be very popular weapons these days, actually. Finn falls, but looky break. He lands on a levitating thing. She calls him scum. He's like, I'm rebel scum. Boom. She breaks her helmet. You can see her eye, but it doesn't matter because Finn and Zappy and Ball Droid are getting away. Now, Red shows up. Rey's nowhere to be found. Kylo's passed out. Red was about to shoot Kylo Solo. But Kylo wakes up. Red's like, I guess I won't do that. Kylo lies again, says Rey killed Snoke. And Kylo Solo is Supreme Leader now. And Red is first not okay with that, but then he becomes okay with that real quick because Kylo Solo was like going to, choke him out. All right, on to a snow planet. I'm like, is this the same one as before? Didn't we see a snow planet before in one of these things? This one has ice puppies, though. I don't remember ice puppies. And damn, the bad guys found them fast. So they're flying in and a plane crashes or a shuttle crashes. But guess who pulls out of it? Oh, don't shoot. It's Finn and Zappy. It's just us. We stole this shuttle. Leia was out with the blaster, by the way, in that scene. Good job, Leia. Flyboy and Ball Droid are reunited. Aw, because they were together at one point. Then they say, okay, we're sending a signal out to all our friends. We're going to get some help. Just got to stop that big damn gun out there. That is a big gun. But Finn has the right idea. He's like, let's attack it. I know it's stupid, but we can buy some time till all the help signals come. All right. So we get a big ground battle, and turns out it's salt, not snow. That was interesting. So they get these janky fighters. This is not going to work. These things can barely stay in the air. Zappy's flying one. She's not wearing her necklace either. She just has it hanging there. So they are about to get blown out of the sky, but then who flies over but Chewie in the junk ship? Boom, 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 saving the day. And even Rey is like in the gunner seat shooting away. So she must have got back to the jump ship. Nice. She made it back. Chewie draws off the fighters. They're cool. Now the little ships can make it. But the big gun is warmed up. Now Finn doesn't want to give up. He just keeps He just keeps flying towards it. Everybody's like, Finn, turn around. That thing's going to melt you. It's melting pieces of your ship. You're not going to do anything but melt. And he won't stop. So Zappy crashes into him and saves his life. Now Finn better save her in return because she is not doing okay after this. But she wakes up just long enough to say, the way we're going to win is to save what we love and then kiss. A little smoocherino for Zappy and Finn. So it's like that, is it? Mm-hmm. I don't know if Finn was expecting that. All right. So then we find out nobody's responded. No help's coming. Leia's like, well, sorry, y'all. Sparks out. It was good while it lasted. Hang it up. Go home. But then guess who comes walking in the door? It's Luke. Old man, grumpy Luke just comes walking and is like, oh, hey, did you need a Jedi Master? Because I'm right here. Come to face Kylo Solo. Now, Mom, I can't save your son. And she's like, oh, yeah, I know. But here, have some dice. These were your dead husbands. And she's like, tears. It was bittersweet. And then Golden Droid is standing there, and Luke walks by. Is like, oh, yeah, I remember you. Blink. All right. So Luke walks out to face the whole shebang alone, just like he said he would not. And they just pound him with lasers. He has got to be dead. But he's not. He comes walking out. You're like, wait, magic bubble over him? What did he do? So then Kylo starts bullying Red, like, let me out of the ship. I'm going to go down there and face him. Then we get a brief shot of Finn dragging Zappy back. So he did save her. Good job. And then Finn says, we got to go help Luke. He can't be out there alone. And Flyboy says, no. I usually like to go do crazy stuff like I did at the beginning of this episode, but I think he's trying to buy time for us escape. Except there's no way out of, we already established there's no way out of this cave or they would have left earlier, right? Except people are like, wait, how did Luke get in here? If Luke got in here, we can get in here. Follow the ice puppies. And there's one last ice puppy going like, come on, you guys finally got it? Come on, follow me. So Flyboy takes off. Everybody looks at Leia because she's in charge. And Leia's like, what are you looking at me for? Follow him. Kind of a passing the torch moment there. All right. So then Rey has got the thingy And she's like, okay, they're right below me somewhere. Where are they? Then she sees all the ice puppies. She's like, it's got to be that. Then they both show up and there's huge rocks in between them. Oh, who could possibly move all these rocks with her newly discovered force powers? So that's not going to be a problem. All right, back to Luke and Kylo, face to face. Kylo keeps trying to hit him. Luke's got the moves. He can't even put a jet blaster on him or a laser sword on him. And then Luke says, oh no, I'm not the last Jedi. There's another. I mean, he's got to mean Rey, right? And then Rey, of course, showing like, oh yeah, I'm a Jedi. I'm moving all these rocks. And then she gets reunited with Finn. They hug. What about Zappy? She's passed out, so she doesn't see that. Back to the fight. Luke pulls a Kenobi and says, strike me down, and I'll be like your father. Except Kylo's father's the smuggler guy, so I'm not sure what he means by that. Anyway, and then Kylo's like, slash, and you think, oh, this is it. Except it goes right through Luke. Luke's not there. He never left the island. Ho ho! And then Luke's like, yeah, you keep trying to stab me, but I'm not actually here. See you around, kid. Boopity boop. So then we go back to Luke on the island, and whoa, that took it out of him. Like trying to be in two places at once. He is not doing good. And then you see the twin sons. You never see twin sons. So this is reminding me of when Luke was a little kid and he lived on the place with the two sons with the desert, and he got more tears. And then Luke, it's gone. Like Kenobi for real this time. And you know what? Rey knows it. Leia knows it. Goodbye, Luke. Kylo realizes he's been duped, marches into the empty base, finds the dice. I'm like, why did Leia leave them? That was like a really like touching moment. Why would she just drop them? But oh, the dice weren't real. Maybe she knew that. Anyway, weird. So Kylo tries to force time Rey one last time, and Rey's like, nope, hanging up. Boom. No more force time for you, dude. And then everybody else is reunited. Flyboy apparently meets Rey for the first time. I guess they didn't meet before. Rey apparently saved the books. Finn is taking care of Zappy, and that's when he notices the books. And of course, we see Rey noticing that Finn's taking a good care of the Zappy girl over there. And then Rey and Leia start talking about how they know Luke's gone. And they say it was peaceful, but still sad. And Leia says, we have everything we need. Well, it ain't a lot in any case, but apparently that's all they need. And I think this episode's over when we go back to the casino kids telling stories and then getting in trouble. And then when one of them walks out and does a little force move with the broom. So he's a force sweeper. And then he holds it like a lightsaber. So I'm like, oh, who is this kid? Is he gonna, he's the next Jedi? Is he gonna save the day? Is Rey gonna turn evil and he's gonna save us all? I don't know. But that, my friends, is the end of episode 8, The Last Jedi. Well, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed doing it and enjoyed watching The Last Jedi. Make your comments either in the blog or on the YouTube post. And I guess we'll see you in a year for the Han Solo movie, huh? Big thanks to the Andrew Allen Trio for the music. Go find them online, andrewallenmusic.com.